Hi, my name is Jackie Beeman, and a few people have asked me, do you do YouTubes or do you blog? And the answer so far has been no. I did try and learn to blog last year and I failed miserably. But I want to tell you a little bit about me, and then I'm going to try and do a series of flip-throughs of the art that I've done. I started out art journaling around 2011 when I saw Julie Faye Van Balzer on TV. And before that, I did scrapbooking, and that took up about 20 years. This year, though, was my busiest year ever. In 2014, I took classes with Tamara Laporte, and this was my second year at Lifebook. One of the best classes ever. I love it so much, but I commended myself, and I also signed up for Soul Food at Community Thrive. It doesn't go the full year, but you get 3 classes in a week, and it's very time consuming also. I was finishing up a class with Effie Wild called BOD, Book of Days. I signed up for a class with Julie Faye Van Balzer, which I've taken a couple of her classes in person, and I thought I'll just try and learn it all in one place. So it was 12 classes called Getting Started, and unfortunately I never got started. I also signed up with Joanne Sharp's beautiful lettering class, and I bought her book and I signed up, and I just never did it. It was called Draw Your Awesome Life. I signed up with Tricia Moore at Artstronaut. I've only seen a few of the videos, but I would love to pursue that more this year. I did do a class with Karen Milliston called Simply Painting Faces. She has a lot of wonderful classes. I did 2 classes with Jeannie Oliver called Studying Under the Masters. So it was Studying Under the Masters 1 and Studying Under the Masters 2, both very great classes. I signed up for Sketchbook School, which is an online group of thousands of people who travel all over in different communities, and they go out and sketch what they see, or you can stay at home and do it. If you've never read or heard about Danny Gregory, I highly recommend some of his books. Tommy Kane is also, there's lots of instructors, and it's a fun class. Another one that I signed up and paid for is called Real Drawing with Chris Sia, and it's portraits done from photographs of real people. And that's kind of where my heart and my pursuit has gone. I enjoy drawing faces, so I do want to go and explore that. Another class that I signed up for, came highly recommended, and I know a lot of people have taken it, was Jillian Lee Smith's class called Unearth, Gather, and Create. Everything in that class was brand new to me. Everything was intimidating to me. I didn't finish a lot of it, but it was a great experience. I also signed up at the end of this year for a face class with Kate Thompson, and right now I can't even remember what it was called. I've started it, haven't finished yet, but I hope to. And then Penny Stamper at Trodden Path had a little class called Spirits Ingrained, where she shows how to make her beautiful little faces on wood. And I signed up for that. My husband cut me tons of pieces of wood. I bought all the supplies, and I managed to finish one of those this year. I would like to do more of that next year. And then last but not least, I've paid for 4 classes on Craftsy, which is an online, you can do all kinds of classes. I've looked at a couple of them, haven't even looked at the other 2, because every time I see something new come on the internet or on Facebook, I go, I need that, I want to do that. I'm definitely a follower and not a completer. I'm probably ADD. I start something and can't finish it, can't find it. My husband claims that I'm one step away from the hoarder show, and I need to clean up my stacks of supplies and organize. So next year, my word for the year is going to be finish. And I've tried to focus, I've tried to breathe, I've tried to complete, but this year I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish what I've already started and hopefully not take on too many new things. This last year I also did some free classes. One of them was a year-long program called Documented Life Project. It's been so much fun. It's by Art 5 Academy. It will be going again this year, and I'm going to start that if I ever get myself in gear. The other one that I did was Journal 52 with Shelley Stein. Every week we got a prompt to do, and it was a really fun class. The other classes are all through Ayala Art. Her name is Martha, but she goes by Ayala Art. And every February she does a project called 29 Faces. So 29 Faces in February. We went through that, and she decided to add another 29 Faces in September, just to keep people active and going along. And that one she recommended, let's do guys' faces, because most of us do girls. So that was fun. And then from there, she started little groups of traveling journals. They're small journals, 5x7s usually, or larger. And we make our own painting and we send it to the next person in line, makes a round robin, and it gets back to us when we're finished. The first two groups were only 4 participants. The last one was 10 participants. And that one has taken a really long time. Started in June. We still aren't finished with it, but hopefully all those journals are out there safe somewhere. People have moved. There was illnesses and a lot of things going on. So that's basically where I'm going to start. Everything on this table, I have paintings on canvases that I did this year. I have paintings on canvas board, which I've done this year. I haven't done that since 40 years ago. I just looked on my wall in my dining room and realized that between 1966 and 68, I did my first oil painting. We were stationed in the Philippine Islands, and I took a class, and we actually painted from a postcard, and it's a fruit still life. And from there, I raised my kids, and I've always liked to knit, crochet, do ceramics, things like that. But when I got into art journaling, I kind of went off the deep end. These books are what I did this year, and then I want to show you all the things that I started last year and I never finished. I have journals after journals after journals. I made this cute little journal, learned how to do this Coptic stitch, which I don't even remember how to do it. I love that, but I never used it. I want to use it this year. I made a bunch of these little journals with Julie Faith Van Balzer. They're called junk journals, and you use all your waste papers, your jelly prints, your newspaper, whatever, maps, whatever, and you bind them with ribbon and stitches. I have one of these. I have 2 of these. I have 3 of these. I have 4 of these. And but not least, I have 5 of these. And for some reason, I put all the work into making them, and then I went off and started something new, like Facebook, or yes, Facebook has taken a lot of time, and I've met a lot of wonderful people. But hopefully this next year, while I'm finishing, I'm going to stay offline a lot more than I did in the past year, and I may learn to use a blog. My poor husband is holding the camera, and he's the one that helps me through all this because I have no technical savvy whatsoever. And from the amount of yabbering I'm doing right now, you would never know that I'm shy. I don't like to talk. But I'm going to end this here, and then I'm going to do hopefully a series of just flip-throughs or small segments of my artwork so that it's not so time-consuming. So for now, I'm going to say bye and see how this works, and I hope to have some people be interested in what I do, and if not, then once I get through with these little flip-throughs, I'll just go back to my little hermit self. Thank you, and have a really good day.